Today we're going to be taking a look at LEGO set 75336. This is the Inquisitor Transport Scythe. This set comes with 924 pieces and is recommended for ages 9 and up. And this set is meant to represent a ship seen in the Obi-Wan Kenobi Disney Plus show. And I really like the design of the ship. It's got a very sleek black design, and I think the red windshield and the little bits of gray found throughout the ship do a good job breaking up the color consistency. I don't really think this ship has a bad angle when you look at it. I also think it's a relatively strong build with a solid design. One of the negatives about this ship, however, is with its black design, it is a dust magnet. My transport scythe has been sitting on my shelf for about a year now, and it took me over an hour to get it as clean as I did, and you're still going to see dust throughout this review. So apologies in advance. One of the things that I think really stand out with this ship is its striking red windshield. With the ship's design being mainly black, it really draws the attention to this piece. The detail you see on the windshield is also printed and not a sticker. Taking a look at the side of the windshield, you can even see there's some printed detail on the side there. Running down the side of the ship, you can see there's some grill and ingot pieces to give the ship a little bit of texture and overall detail. Taking a look at the side of the ship here, you can see there's also a little bit of extra detail there as well, and I think LEGO did a good job mixing the tiled and studded pieces of the ship. And overall, I think LEGO did a really good job with the shaping of the wings as well. Having the wings folded up, I think puts the ship in a really good landing position, but the wings are able to be moved down. And when you pick up the ship, the wings come down even more, which gives it an even more fierce and sleek design when it's flying. Having the ship in this flight mode does make me wish this set did come with a stand so I could display it this way on my shelf. Taking the ship and turning it to the side and looking under the wings, you're going to find 2 flick-fire missiles. With this being a 9+ set, I think the inclusion of these is an excellent addition. Plus, they're really fun to flick and fire. I think the back of the transport scythe looks really good as well. There's a couple of stickers for some added detail, and with the thrusters being blue, it really draws your eye to them when looking at the back of the ship. On the bottom of the ship, you're going to find 4 landing gears, and I think they do a good job supporting the ship when it's sitting on a table. You don't have to worry about accidentally bumping into this thing and it toppling over. The ship does have an interior, and it can be accessed by flipping the windshield back and flipping the 2 sides of the ship open. I think this is a really cool and creative way to access the inside of the ship. Taking a look at the inside of the ship, you're going to see 3 chairs, and there's a lot of stickers for some extra detail. And it's a much more spacious interior than you would originally think just looking at the ship. And I think the stickers that are included on the inside give the ship a more complete look and just give it some more detail overall. When all 3 Inquisitors are seated inside the ship, I think they look really good overall. And like I said before, the interior is more spacious than you would think, and there's plenty of room for them to be standing and doing things around the ship. I think LEGO absolutely nailed the design of the interior of the ship given the space they were working with. Here's a look at me closing up the interior of the ship, and like I said before, I really like the way this was designed. It's really satisfying to open and close the ship. This set comes with 4 minifigures, the first of which we'll look at is Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I think he's a relatively solid minifigure. I think LEGO did a really good job with this hairpiece, and I like the cloth that wraps around his neck. He also comes with his lightsaber as an accessory. He does come with a second angrier expression, and removing his cloth piece and turning him around will give us a better look at his back print. The next minifigure we're going to be taking a look at is Reva, which I think is the weakest of the 4 that come in this set. I think the minifigure would have greatly benefited from a different hairpiece and some leg printing. She also comes with her dual-bladed lightsaber as an accessory. She only has one expression, and removing her cape and turning her around will give us a better look at her back print detail. The next minifigure we're going to be taking a look at is the 5th brother, and I think this is a fantastic looking minifigure. He's got really good printing all around. I like the hat piece that LEGO included, and the built-up shoulder pads. That has a clip on the back that can hold his lightsaber hilt. Removing his hat piece and turning the character around, you can even see there's some printed detail on the back of his head. This really surprised me as it's detail you're normally not going to see. The last minifigure of this set is the Grand Inquisitor himself. And again, I think this minifigure has a lot of really great detail. He also has some printing on the front of his shoulder pads and the back of his head. He also comes with his dual-sided lightsaber as an accessory. And like the 5th brother, his shoulder pads also have a clip on the back to hold his lightsaber hilt. Removing the shoulder pads can show off some pretty good printing detail underneath. This set, when it was originally released, retailed for $100, which I thought was a really good price at the time. However, it is now retired, and you can find it online for about $120 to $150. But let me know what you think of the set in the comments below, and be sure to like and subscribe for more LEGO content, news, and reviews.